What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm excited about movement that's happening in the crypto market right now. It's not major movement, but we've seen some that have come back a little bit from where it was. Not necessarily come back. When I say that, I mean get back to where it was, where I saw it. And I think as we saw those lower numbers, a lot of people made that move into it, right? I made a couple of videos about it, and people got into the play, believing in the play, seeing what it's worth. And I don't necessarily want people to just buy it because I say so. I want you guys to do your own research, to look into the numbers, and if it becomes an investment for you because you see the potential within it, then great, and I'm happy for you. I've had a few people in the comment section that have said, "Look, I bought 4 or 5 YFI because it was the time," and that's the position that we're talking about today, right? You're in finance is a play that I've been watching for years at this point. I haven't made a move until I believe it was earlier this year, which technically it still is early this year, somewhere around maybe the January or February timeframe. But as I looked into it and saw the opportunity to where it has decreased a little bit, came down to a low level, about $5,000 or $6,000. I said, this is a no-brainer for me. I have to grab 5 of them. I have to have enough so that I have some skin in the game. So, in this video, we're going to take you through where YFI is right now, the comeback that it has had in the last week or so, and the future, right, where that's going for the future. I've made a couple of videos on this, and we'll talk about that as well. But, guys, if you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of my links down below. You can check out my link for Patreon, for Twitter, which is in the description. But also, you can check out my link for BTCC. This is a platform that I've used for quite some time. It's a great platform, fantastic platform, actually. And if you use my link specifically, you'll get a 10% deposit bonus, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees, and you can trade all the way up to a 500x leverage if you want to. I never recommend it. I would recommend, 1 or 2x leverage to 10x leverage. Maybe you could do a 15x leverage, but if you're feeling bold with a low amount of money, not a lot, you can do a 500x leverage, but just make sure you're protecting all the rest of your investments, right? Everything else that's in your account, and you're not trading more than you're willing to lose, right? So 500x leverage can literally change within a second, less than a second at this point. So make sure you're doing the right thing, but check out my link down below. It's at the top of the description. Anyways, you're in finance. Again, I've talked about it plenty of times. I believe in this play. I told a lot of people about it, whether it's in person or even online. This is a play that can potentially be worth tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars per coin. And right now it's sitting at a low thousands of dollars per coin, but it still is a little bit risky, right? If you have something that's worth that much, you want it to be like Bitcoin, or you want it to be Ethereum, where it's like, $1,000, $2,000, $3, $4, $5, and then potentially get to tens of thousands of dollars. That's what you want, right? To be those, but have a lot more of a use case and a lot more notoriety, popularity, just strength across the board from people that are investing into it. But YFI has that level of strength, not that level of strength specifically, but definitely has a strong backing and a lot of people that believe in it. So currently YFI is standing at a great price. It's standing at a $5,692 price. Right now, it's up by 5% in the day. You're looking at a 30% or $30 million volume day, which is a 16% volume to market cap ratio, showing its level of popularity. Even if it is only tens of millions, which still is a lot, but when you see things that are hundreds of millions or billions in a lot of the larger cryptocurrencies, it tends to be or feel a little smaller, right? But 16% volume to market cap ratio, about a $200 million market cap, so still has a lot of room to grow. And it's sitting again at a $5,000, almost $6,000 price. If we look at the last 7 days, it is up by 25%. So it was at a $4,500 price. I made a video where it was sitting at about $4,000 plus a little bit over $4,000. And a few people were like, oh, I'm buying Wi-Fi. I have to have at least one, or I have to have two or three or five. Some people said they had 10, and that's great, right? Absolutely fantastic. And I know you guys will see a lot of benefits as you see altcoin season happen, because we haven't seen altcoin season even start to take off, because Bitcoin has been kind of running everything. But if we look at my Wi-Fi and what I hold, this is where I'm at right now. I'm at an unrealized loss of about 10% of what I put in there. I have 5 Wi-Fi at $28,939.75. My average cost basis is $6,361. So I'm getting closer and closer to that cost basis, which is always great. But I think there's definitely a lot of growth ahead of us. It still sucks that I am down. Today's return, I'm up by about 5%, or $1,355, but it is not necessarily a short-term play for me, right? When I see an opportunity in any market, typically I'm looking for the short term as well as the long term. The short term is really just to collect my initial investment. Long term is more for those larger gains that you can get, right? So for me, short term, as I see it at a level of $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, not necessarily the $100,000 mark, which we will get into in a little bit. That's where I'm seeing my initial investment plus a little bit of profit. Then the rest can sit so that I can see a little bit longer term. Still won't be 5 years for all of it. It may be 5 years for one, or 5 years for two. But when it comes to the other one or the other two, I might end up going a year, or a year and some change down the line, and then 2 years down the line, right? But then the rest will be sitting there for a longer period of time, right? 5 to 10 years maybe, depending on what we see within the bear market and how far it does come down. So that's what I have from my Wi-Fi. I expect a lot more, and I've told people I expect to get about $500,000 from my Wi-Fi. I expect this to be worth not only tens of thousands, but we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. If we look at the overall high that it got to, the overall high was $93,435.53 4 years ago, May 11th, 2021. The all-time low was about $739. Understand why this is so high in price. There's only 33,000, 34 if you round up, 34,000 Wi-Fi that's out there. We're not talking about millions. We're not talking about 34 million. We're not talking about 3 million. We're talking about not even tens or hundreds of thousands. We're talking about tens of thousands. That's why it's so easy to get to some of these prices, because you talk about something that has a 33,000 coin, 34,000 coin supply. If it's $1, it's worth $34,000. If it's $10, it's worth $340,000. $100, right? $3 million. So you continue to see that grow in market cap, but it's not an insane market cap, right? We're looking at a $200 million market cap. If we just multiply this by 5, we're getting to a $1 billion market cap. And if we round up, we're looking, at about a $30,000 price at a $1 billion market cap. That's not insane. We're talking about things that have the ability to get to 2 billion, 3 billion, 10 billion, $100 billion market cap. And just imagine, right? Just imagine that getting to a $10 billion market cap. $10 billion market cap. You know how much that is? If you take the 30,000 that it was at and you now add a zero to it, that's $300,000 for Wi-Fi at a $10 billion market cap. I believe it can get there. It's going to be a tough fight because of the fact that you're seeing such high prices, and the higher the price is, the more that small movement affects it, right? One Wi-Fi, if I decided to sell one at $30,000 or $300,000, is going to have a larger effect than if I sell one of anything else that's out there with a higher supply, overall supply. So know that it'll have a larger effect, but it's definitely a play that I'm willing to see this absolutely explode. Like, look, watch out soon. It will explode. I agree. I 100% agree that this is going to take off and be worth so much more than people think. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon at PerryHGA. You can follow me over there. Don't forget about my link for BTCC down below. I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.